Alright, Becky and Luke here, and today what I want to do is share with you guys a couple of the pickups that I just wound up getting in here. One of the pickups is kind of cool because it's one that I wanted to put in my collection, and it's an original game. The other one is a converted game, and it'll make you just go, "Ugh." It's one of those situations where it's just so frustrating. You just kind of like clench your teeth and like try not to, to explode kind of situations. But we'll get to that one later. Let's start off with kind of the happy stuff. So I'll show you guys here. This is a package that I just received here. These are both PGM IGS carts. And this one here, I just opened it up. I haven't taken it out of the wrap yet. In fact, I got my trusty scissors. But as we look at the inside here, it's got, it's got a little bit of newspaper. It's being shipped locally, so it's not such a huge deal, newspaper, whatever. And it's got the box, or the game itself, sorry, the game. It's got more newspaper here. And the guy did this, which is pretty awesome. He put the instructions in between a couple of pieces of cardboard here to keep them straight. That is really cool. That really shows that the seller is trying to try their best to keep things in good condition. Fantastic. That's A+ right there in my books. I mean, totally fantastic job right there. And if we open this beast up here, you guys will get a chance to see what it is. It's a, it's a puzzle game, but it's like one of the more kind of risque kind of puzzle games, I suppose, to an extent. This is, if you guys can see this one here, this is the, what is it, China Dragon, and it's a China Dragon with, what is it, Pretty Chance. So this one kind of has a bit of the, I guess, kind of nude type photos in it. It's basically the same as the, was it the Chugoku, the regular puzzle ones, the ones I can never remember, the same ones, the China Dragon. It's got the same, the same kind of features to it. Only has pictures of, semi-naked girls in it. It's kind of interesting. This is one that's a little bit more uncommon to find. It's not exactly the easiest one to get your hands on, and it generally does go for a pretty good price. I think I wound up paying about, I don't know, 40 bucks for this, so I got a really good deal on it. Normally it goes for around 100, I believe. 100 is pretty common. Maybe you can find them for, a little bit less or so, but the sticker is coming off a little bit there. But yeah, so this is my first PGM game that I got here, which is pretty awesome. Like I said, it's one that I didn't have in my collection, so I'm really happy to have this. So there's one more to go on the old PGM list. Now the next one is, originally, it's not a PGM or original PGM Model 1 cart, but it's a cart that was converted. And normally I wouldn't buy it. Normally I wouldn't buy these things, but a YouTuber sent me a link, good old Nostec. He sent me a link and he said, "Hey Luke, there's this game here that you might like." I looked at it and I thought, yeah, that is pretty cool, And I thought, well, I'd like to be able to play that on the original PGM system. So I took a look at it, and the seller had really good feedback, all the way down, and I thought, okay, this is pretty good, so I decided to go on it, and I bought it. Well, when I bought it, it arrived, but, the seller itself, the seller could have been a lot better with communication. He had sent me one email via my regular email address, and after I'd paid for it through PayPal, he sent me an email through my PayPal account, which I thought was kind of strange. But when he sent me the email, he just said, "Oh, look, I have a few more different games if you're interested. I have, like, XYX game, or, just not the Neo XYX game, but I have, like, this game, and this game. So if you're interested, just let me know. I can add that into your shipment, and then I can send that out at the same time." And I thought, alright, this is cool. So I wrote him an email. I just said, like, "Look, man, I appreciate the offer, but unfortunately at this time, I'm dealing with so much crap on eBay." I was just honest, I'm like, I'm dealing with this crap on eBay with some crap sellers, and I'm trying to get my money back from a really bad transaction that went wrong. And I said, "Unfortunately, I cannot buy anything at this time. So maybe in the future. Thanks." And he said, "Okay, fine, whatever you want." It was really kind of straightforward and direct. And, I'll send it out tomorrow. The next day came, and he sends me back another email, and he says, like, I got your package already, but you know, before I box it up, are you interested in this? Do you want to buy this? And he sent me a link to a game, and I clicked on it, and the link was like, for the game was like $325 US or something, and I just just typed back and went, you know, look, I said that I don't have the money for this. You know, I can't be buying, you know, anything else. I don't have the money. So please let me know the shipping details. And I said, okay, I'll send it out tomorrow. And so the next day rolled by, and there wasn't any email. Then the following day rolled by, and I got this little thing from eBay that says, you know, your shipment has been sent, or whatever. And then, you know, lo and behold, a few days later, about 5 days later or something like that, it's finally here. And I'm going to show you guys, you know, there's some parts to it where I think, you know, this is really cool because it is a converted game. But you have to keep in mind that this game cost as much as the original arcade board. And that's not a lie. It literally, this game cost me $225 for a PGM1 conversion card. And I know some of you guys may be saying, like, that's crazy, and to an extent it might be kind of crazy, and after I, you know, did a little bit of research on the internet, I found out that this guy has been, you know, having some good times and some bad times in certain places, on forums and things of that nature, but, yeah. So, if we take a look at the game itself, here's the PGM game, and that game is Espagulda. So, this is, like I said, it's originally not a PGM1 game. This is originally just an arcade PCB. I believe it might have been released for the PGM2 hardware system, but they changed that around. And what he's done is he's gone back and he's changed it around to the point where he can make reverse engineered the PGM2 games to work on PGM1 carts. So he not only has this, but he has Kitsui, and he has Dodonpachi 2, I think, Black Label. And this one as well. So, and each one has a different price on it. But as I was like going around and looking at it, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see or not, but there's a lot of hot glue on the inside of this thing. Just looks like a hot glued kind of mess on the inside there. There's hot glue like everywhere. There is an EEPROM in there that has the window, you know, blanked out, whatever. You know, obviously it's not the original part. There's some jumper wires that are in here as well, and things like that. I guess it's not exactly the neatest job in the world. It's kind of a bit sloppy, but I did turn the game on, and it appears to be working. I mean, I haven't had a playthrough with it yet, because it is it's a vertical game. It's not a horizontal one, so I will have to change one of my monitors or get out a PC monitor and try and put that in Tate mode, so I can just play it, you know, for my my vertical boards. But yeah, this is the game that I bought. Now, yeah, some people say, you know, $225, it's a lot of money, and the fact that it's a converted cart, you know, somebody has butchered the cart that it used to be, the game that it used to be, that's also understandable. You know, it's kind of one of those things where you're like, oh, that really sucks that it was a converted cart, but on the same note, it's kind of cool to be able to play this on the original PGM1. Now, like I'd mentioned before, I could have played it on an original board, and I know that that board actually has more value than what this does. It was one of those kind of risk-taking, you know, take a chance kind of buys. I don't know what you want to call it, but I did wind up buying it, and you know, it seems pretty cool for the time being. And if it holds out and it doesn't break, or it doesn't, you know, decide to burn out for some strange reason because it's all modified and jumped and stuff, then that's great. But if it does die out here pretty soon, then that's yeah, it's not going to be worth it. The prices were, you know, a bit steep. But the real thing that I have to complain about, it's not the card itself. You know, that's something I knew about going in. When it says on the listing itself, it says like this is a conversion, whatever. Not a big deal. The thing that I'm going to complain about is, hey, guess what? It's shipping time again. I just don't know how many times I have to kind of reiterate this subject. This is the part that really gets me. But this one gets me even more. This one, I think this one will actually make you guys even cringe a little bit. So, here's the box. Not a big deal. It's a recycled box. I don't mind it. That's not a problem at all. When I opened this up yesterday, first off, one thing that I was greeted with was this. This was used as padding, and what this is an empty package that he had received from something, and, you know, it's all opened and whatever, but this was used as padding. Okay, once again, yeah, not exactly the best, you know. I can't really complain too much about it, but the fact that he left his address and all his information on here, not the smartest idea, right? So if I just throw this away the way it is, then, you know, who knows? He could be, you know, in some trouble with that. So anyway, he recycled that. Here was the piece of, this is the exact size for the bubble wrap. So if we take a look at it, there was no tape on it. It's kind of like this. Maybe it was folded over, something like this. Like I said, there's no tape on it. So that's how that was folded over. Once again, you can kind of go, okay, whatever. This is the part that really kind of, you know, made me cringe. That I just felt like, this is sick, you know. If you take a look on the inside of this package, this is what the packaging is. So, I don't know if you guys can tell, but that stuff in the corner, I don't know if that's used or not, but it is some kind of paper towel that has just been wadded up. I mean, I'm not even going to touch it. It's just nasty. And in fact, it kind of looks like it has been used. If I, like I said, I'm not going to touch this because this is gross, but... So, I don't know, there's some dirt remnants on there. I don't know if that was used to clean a countertop or what. And then, this, I mean, that looks like somebody blew their nose on it. So, yeah, in a nutshell, I'm kind of pissed, you know? That is just gross. That's something you don't do. And here's the other one, you know? It makes me wonder, you know, what's on this cart here. That's just something you don't do. And you know what? It's one of those situations, again, where I think that the sellers just don't realize who they're sending stuff to. I think they think, oh, this is somebody, well, maybe it's a nobody who's just going to get it and then look at it, maybe be upset and blah, 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 whatever happens type person. But, yeah, you know, they don't realize this is going to be publicly, you know, sent around YouTube and possibly kind of work its way into other forums, you know, who knows. But that is uncalled for. That is unacceptable. And because of stuff like this is why I'm not going to, you know, continue buying from, you know, people like this. This is just, it's messed up. I mean, you really, there's boundaries when you make, you know, an agreement with somebody, when you sell something. The agreement is not settled until both parties have received the goods and the payment for the goods and things are all kosher and hunky-dory, you know. Yeah, with stuff like this is just, you know, why? Just why? Where does common sense just kind of like disappear and then just stupidity comes in with a, you know, a truckload and just smacks you and just like all at once go, bam, let's do something stupid like this, you know. So, yeah, that's the part that really upset me, guys. So, yeah, once again, I got a couple of games here. You know, the one that I'm really happy about, which is this one here. And, yeah, it's, I don't know, maybe it's not going to be the most exciting puzzle game in the world, but it's kind of cool. It's another legitimate IGS game here. And this conversion cart, you know, at the beginning, I thought, wow, this is going to be kind of cool, you know, just get a conversion cart. It'd be nice to play it. I was kind of excited, but then after taking a look at what was in that box and how that box was sent, this really upsets me. But considering I've already had, what is it? I have 2 open cases now with eBay, and this would make a 3rd open case. There's really nothing I can do with this, you know, but except make a video. But nonetheless, guys, when it rains, it pours, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys and let you know some of the pickups that I got here. And I'll be doing some gameplay on both of them. You know, like I said, the one plays good. I haven't tried out the new one yet, but I assume from all the awesome packaging, you know, if you took that much time to sit here and try and make sure that the you know, this was going to be in a stable position and not bend, I'm pretty much sure that that cart works perfectly. But I'll be making a video on both of them eventually. But yeah, that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon. So thanks for watching. Actually, let's take a closer look. Take a look at the inside of this guy here. I don't know how well you guys could see that when I was talking before, so at least you guys can kind of see here. In this part, you can see there's the EEPROM. There's a jumped, yeah, a jumped socketed IC. There's actually a wire around here somewhere, yeah, that wraps up over the back. Kind of a glob around there. So yeah, I mean, it's up to you guys, but I would kind of advise caution, I suppose, when going to do something like this. Those are just globs of glue. I'm sure you guys can't super see it everywhere, but yeah, that's it.